What if I told you the UK government spends hundreds of thousands of pounds deporting just a few dozen people, and sometimes even pays some of them to leave the UK? Today, I'm going to be taking you behind the locked doors, as I saw in a news video, the late night flights and hidden costs of the UK's deportation system. And trust me, it's far from what you think. Absolutely, I've seen this happen when I was in the asylum system, so I know. Hello everyone, welcome back again to my channel. I found a video making rounds on ITV News about how people are being removed from the UK and some of them being paid to leave as well, and I thought to share it with you. And some of them being removed are also committed crimes and stuff like that. So let's dive into the news. Okay, deportation is one of the most controversial parts of Britain's immigration policy. I hear the word, I'm sure you and I hear the word, and people picture being forced onto planes, but the reality is far more complicated, expensive and at times shocking. Yes, from secret detention centers to midnight removals, that's what they do, guarded by dozens of officers, to the surprising cash. The cash is not surprising to me anyway, it's not an incentive, but this is being given to deportees. So this investigation was uncovered by ITV, the hidden world of migrant removal in the UK. So let me pull back the curtain and let's all see what really happens when Britain sends people back home. I don't know if you guys have seen that video, so I thought I would just do my own quick commentary on it. Okay, so the word deportation evokes stark images: forced removals, disrupted families, and severe ties. But beyond the headlines, what does the process actually involve? And yes, at what price? Financial and human. Does Britain enforce its border policies? A recent investigation by ITV News opened a rare window into this tightly controlled system, uncovering an operation marked by secrecy, resistance, legal hurdles, and moral debate. Like during the asylum system, I saw people being removed at 2 a.m. in the morning.
These are foreign criminals being sent back home to their country.
What was the crime that you committed?
I don't think I want to say this. I don't want to speak about it. Thank you.
Morning. So what's life on the inside? A glimpse into detention. The journey begins in a detention facility outside of London, where foreign nationals who were convicted of serious crimes are held. Many originally, entered the UK lawfully, but lost their right to stay after breaking the law. The environment is charged with tension, with staff acutely aware that removal is rarely straightforward. Plans are kept under wraps. They don't tell anybody about it, often unfolding in the middle of the night to catch detainees off guard. People will be sleeping when they come to get them. Some of those facing deportation have lived in Britain for years, sometimes even nearly a decade, making the prospect of leaving particularly very, very difficult. You can imagine somebody who's lived here for 15 years and now they have to go back. Anyway.
You want to go home?
No. I've been living here almost 10 years. Sorry.
It's almost 10 years?
Yeah.
What?
I don't want to speak about it. Thank you.
Okay. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Back. Anyway, there's been a lot of pushback and control, confronting resistance. Deportation rarely happens quietly. Confronted with the end of their lives in Britain, detainees often push back that they don't want to leave, some of them even violently. In an unsettling case that I'm going to share with you guys in this video, a man hauled urine at staff trying to escort him out.
This offender has just thrown a cup of urine over staff trying to remove him, and we've been asked to lower the camera.
Such incidents mean heavy staffing is required. In extreme cases, as many as 7, even much officers may be needed to restrain just one person in order to board a plane. That's how difficult these things are. So what is the price of removal? It's a very, very costly exercise. Beyond the human drama, deportation is a massive logistical and financial effort. One operation to remove 47 people involved nearly 100 security staff, with transfers carried out under darkness. They always do it dark to a hidden airfield. Officials argue secrecy is vital to prevent disruption and potential protests. But the cost adds up quickly. Deporting just this group is believed to run into hundreds of thousands of pounds. Yeah.
In total, 47 migrants and almost 100 security staff make their way to an airport we're not allowed to identify in the dark.
Why is this happening in the dead of night, in the pitch black?
Well, these are very sensitive operations, and to minimise disruption and to maintain operational security and sensitivity, it's really important we minimise and have these at the very low-key operational times.
Yeah, you see from the video I'm going to share with you. So yes, paying people to leave. The controversial incentive, it is controversial, okay? Among the more debated elements of Britain's removal policy is the offer of prepaid bank cards worth up to £2,000. It used to be £3,000 to those who have been sent back.
We capture compliant migrants being given bank cards preloaded with money, up to £2,000 each, to encourage and aid their resettlement in Romania.
The payment is meant to support reintegration in their home countries and make voluntary departure more appealing. That is, if you don't want to be forced, take this money and go back home. The Home Secretary insists it saves money that way, noting that housing an offender in a UK prison costs taxpayers £52,000 per year. So, after the flight, what happens? Starting over abroad. When the plane touched down in Bucharest, these are the people that have been deported, Romania, the responsibility for the deportees ended. Some expressed relief at returning back to their own country, though their future remained uncertain. Questions linger about whether those deported can successfully rebuild their lives with limited resources. Can you imagine someone who's left for years? Well, for the UK government, the savings are measurable. For the deportees, the upheaval can last a lifetime, especially leaving friends and family behind. However, there's an official justification, okay? Security versus compassion. There was an interview carried out whereby the Home Secretary defended the policy as both necessary and pragmatic. She acknowledged the high cost but framed deportation as central to keeping borders secure. And also at the same time, she urged that rising nationalism must not erode Britain's tradition of tolerance.
My view has always been that having a secure border is actually necessary for maintaining what is actually very positive race relations in our country and for maintaining tolerance in our country. I am also worried about the rise of the far right. I am very worried about some of the rhetoric. I think it's getting out of control and I worry about where that might lead. I think it's very important for mainstream politicians to hold the line on what is patriotism and what is actually nationalism. There is a line there. I know where that line is, and I do think having a secure border is absolutely key to that.
So just from that that video there, or as I was saying earlier on, I don't know if this has been in place for people who are going back to Nigeria, because I remember when I was in the asylum system, there are some times when even for me I was offered money to go back and I was like, I'm not going anywhere. And I've seen other Nigerians then that I know then who were offered money, and that was why I said earlier on that it used to be £3,000 per person. You know, that way they will not lock you up in a detention center, okay? They will give you the time, you will have agreed. They call them, I think, IOM. If I find the full meaning of IOM, I'll put it in the comment on the screen for you. So these are the people who will facilitate you going back, and you will sign documentations. They will confirm that you are from the country you're going back to, and then they will give you the date you'll be going back. At least they will have seen some sort of you being willing to go back, right? And then they, like I said, I know a few people who actually applied to go back through IOM, and this person that I know, they're actually Nigerian Yoruba people. They were husband and wife with 2 children. So I met them when I newly came into Scotland. So I remember clearly they applied to go back the first time and they were giving money to go back. And then 6 months later, this uncle came back into the UK again. He came back to the UK again, but after I started my own case, I kind of like lost touch with him because uncle was trying. I was pregnant then, and uncle was trying to tortoise pay me. I was 9 months pregnant. No, not 9 months. I was pregnant with my son. I was 7 months pregnant then, and uncle told his wife that he was traveling to Birmingham only for him to come to my flat and he want to be tortoise paying me. I was like, you know my husband. You want to come and be tortoise paying me? Are you all right? You know, so I was mad. I shouted at him and I told him that if you don't leave my flat, I'm going to call the police. And as I'm calling the police, I'll be texting your wife that you are actually here. that you're actually here. And so that's that experience there. And for me, I agree with the UK system that if you come into this country and they give you they give you the chance to live, to build a better life for yourself, if you commit crime where you've maimed other people's lives, where you've committed an offense that is better you are taken out, I agree with them sending people who commit crimes back to their country of origin, because you come to a country that would open doors of opportunities for you, and you think committing crime is the best way to go about it. So I'm quite happy. I will support the UK government in returning people who commit crimes, because they are danger to other people's lives. I'm quite happy, and I will agree with them sending people back. But then when they do these removals, they do it late at night, they do it early mid-morning. I've been in my flat before where I heard noise of another lady. That lady, I think she's an Igbo lady, and she has 3 children. During the time that I was in that building, they've came to her flat 3 times to try to remove her, and she was always fighting. Like, you need to see, she's very, very huge. She was always bringing up not wanting to leave and stuff like that. So 3 times they attempted to remove her, but since that time I've not seen her since then. Like, there's a lot of people that I've seen that have actually witnessed them being removed by the Home Office during asylum process, and there are some last year that I've seen that they collected the money and they left. Some did not come back, but one person I knew came back, but I don't know where they are just now. So yeah, guys, I know they give them this money so that they could get something to get started once they get back. But then these people, they've left for a very long time and been told to go back home or decide to go back. Some, they even arrest them and all of that. So guys, like I said, I really don't have words, but I just thought I should bring this because I saw this video and I said, let me just do a quick commentary on it, just to bring this video across to you, that some people, when they return, they actually give them money, and some people, they don't. It depends on how the process of you going back to your country of origin, it depends on how it come across or how they approached you with it. So with that being said, like I said, this video is mainly for information purposes only. I'm not an immigration advisor. If you have any immigration issues, go speak to a lawyer. You'll definitely be given a lawyer, or go to a citizen advice bureau. And yes, don't just think that you know everything. With that being said, guys, this is the end of this. That's what she said. This is my closing thoughts. An unsettled debate, Britain's deportation process is revealed as both essential and troubling. A system balancing law enforcement with staggering costs and turning moral questions. While officials see deportation as a safeguard, critics point to the ethical and human toll. As migration pressure, as the migration pressure grows across the globe, the struggle to reconcile security, fairness, and compassion is unlikely to fade anytime soon, and I'm sure you agree with me. So what's your view? Are the financial costs and ethical trade-offs of deportation justified, or should Britain rethink its approach? Anyway, guys, if you've watched this video, like I said, I don't have a lot to say. If you've watched this video and you've not yet subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Do not hesitate to like, comment, share, join my membership. And I just thought I'll bring this video to see what's actually happening. That some people, when they return, they give them money to go back, but I don't know if that's happening to Nigerians who are being reported. With that being said, guys, this is the end of this video. If you've watched it now, you've not subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Don't forget to like, drop a comment in the comment section, subscribe if you've not yet done so, turn on your post notifications, share this video, and do not hesitate to join my membership, and I shall catch up with you in another video. All right, bye everybody. Bye.